I'm just going to introduce a concept to you which I was thinking about, and then you can let me know in the comments below, give it a like and a subscribe. And yeah, so life is like a loading bar. Imagine a loading bar, just like that. And that's your life. It begins and then there's an ending. And what's in the middle is is emptiness in a way, right? And you see it. And this emptiness is neutral. It's not good, it's not bad. It's what you want it to be or how you perceive it to be. Like, it's your perception, right? Now, a lot of people will think, well, they didn't have a fulfilled life, they didn't get what they wanted to. And it's always these guys who sit around too much, or who just didn't put in the effort. They were like, let me try, and 5 minutes later they just come back. Oh, it's just impossible, and stuff like that. Now, I'm not trying to motivate you or, encourage you in any way, but I'm just trying to tell you to visualize this, and it might give you a different perspective on life. So, those things every day which pop up in your head, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I have that and this and, all those other things. And then you say, I'll do it tomorrow, or, I'll do it later, or after this, or after that. You know what happens? You leave, you leave, you leave some emptiness here. Let me explain. So every time there's something that you want to do, it's like something that's gonna fill up this, It's just gonna fill this up, right? And if you don't do it, it's just gonna be empty. And then maybe you did something, so there's you know, some chowder for the freaking bar, some progress. And then there were a couple of days or years, a decade or 2 decades, if you're retarded. And then you didn't do anything. So finally you woke up, you're like, holy shit, I need to do something. You did something, okay? And then later in your life, you're gonna blame everyone else and everything else, but your own self. And all along, it was just on you to do the things, good or bad, whether you liked them or you didn't, whether you were pressured to or you weren't, if they were comfortable or they were not comfortable. You just had to suck it all in and do it, fill it up, or else it's just gonna be empty. It's gonna stay empty because you can't really go back. So you need to think about that too. There is an end coming, and you have a limited amount of time or the bar. And you need to fill it up as much as possible, because once that's done, you're gonna have some results or things that you will be answering to God. And He's gonna ask you, He's gonna show you this bar. He's gonna be like, if you filled up this bar, perhaps you would have been all that you were meant to be, which He could show you. And then what you actually did. Your bar was filled up, if God showed it to you. And what you did was just, half-ass everything. And it's your fault, just not taking the actions. All you really had to do was when you thought, or when you knew, okay, I need to do this, 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 you had to do it. You didn't get those things to just sit around and say, okay, tomorrow or an hour later or 2 days later, I'm gonna schedule this or that. All you really had to do was do it then and there. Just prioritize and execute, just like Jocko Willing says, just like this concept is somewhat very similar to David Goggins, but perhaps this loading bar will give you something to visualize every day and might haunt you and push you to do something, or just make you realize, how finite things are. It's all on you. That's it.